Hey, Jeff from Global NPN. Quick video here on the NPN multi-ad tracker. I want to go over how this thing works. It's really simple, really easy, but incredibly important that you do use an ad tracker for all of your internet marketing. Okay, and this is a very simple system. It's easy to set up, it's easy to use, it's easy to organize your links, and I'm going to show you exactly how to use it here in this video. Okay, so let's get started. So the first thing I'm going to do right off the start here is to create a tracking group. Now what a tracking group is a name that you give to a group that you can put your ad trackers into to keep them organized. So you can keep track a lot easier of what your trackers are doing, okay, and how many clicks you're getting to a certain group of trackers. For example, you could have a traffic exchange group, you could have a safe list group, you could have a pay-per-click advertising group, and you can group your trackers together so that you can actually see how things are going with those particular trackers, as opposed to what I have here, which is a huge long group of trackers that are all not grouped. They're all just kind of there, and I really have no way of knowing which is what and what is going where. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is create a group so that I can put links into it that are relevant. So I'm going to type in the name for this group. We're going to call this the, I don't know, safe list group. You can name it whatever you want, whatever works for you, whatever's meaningful for you. And I'm going to click create new tracking group. Tracking group added, click here to return. Okay, it's going to take you back to your dashboard, and you'll see my new tracking group here in the drop down list right here, safe list group, and you'll see it says 0 trackers because I haven't put any trackers into that group yet because I just made the group, obviously. Now what I'm going to do next, okay, it's just sitting there waiting to accept trackers into it. So what I'm going to do next is create a brand new tracker, and I'm going to put it into that tracking group. So at the bottom of the page here, there's a form you need to fill out to create your ad tracker. The first field is the URL. This is the URL you want people to go to when they click on your ad tracker. Okay, most likely this will be one of your affiliate links or your product links or whatever. Okay, because this is the URL that you want people to go to, remember. So just for an example, I'm going to put Global NPN. This can be any link you want, of course. ID equals 1234. And I'm going to type a name for this tracker. Okay, now this has to be kind of a meaningful name so you know exactly what this tracker is for. Now I'm going to put this into my safe lists group. So I'm going to say that this, I'm going to track this ad that I put into some super safe list, I don't know, and the date 2011 November, what's the date, 7th today. So that way I can look at this tracker and say, okay, this is the ad that I put out on the 7th of November, okay, and I can tell exactly how many hits I'm getting. So the next thing in the group, I want to put it into a tracking group, and I just created this safe list group here. I'm going to put this tracker into the safe list group, and I'm going to click create new ad tracker, and I'll show you what happens on the next page here. Click here to return. Now here's the information for the ad tracker that I just created. Tracker info for super safe list on this date, which is the date I'm running the ad, right? The information here is pretty simple. It's in this tracking group, the safe list group that I just created, remember. The tracker name, super safe list, this is the date, and the tracker URL. Now this is really important. This link here, this is the URL that you put into your advertising. Okay, this is your link, this is your ad tracker URL. Again, this is what you put into your advertising. Now what happens is your prospects will click on this link, which is in your ad. Okay, then it'll come to our system, it'll track the ad, it'll track all the information to a database, log it in here, okay, and then send your prospect immediately through to the affiliate URL that you put into the form originally when you created the ad tracker. Okay, that makes sense? And you can verify that by clicking here, click to open, and that will go, in this case, it will go to my Global NPN URL that I typed in when I created the ad tracker. Alright, Date created, obviously. This is when I created this tracker. Hits received, haven't had any hits yet. And you can edit the tracker, you can view stats. It will give you the last 7 days of hits for your stats. You can of course delete your tracker, and you can download your stats to a CSV file if you want to analyze them a little more in Microsoft Excel or something like that. You can download them for the last 24 hours or the last 7 days. So that is how you create a new ad tracker and put it into a tracking group. Okay, so I'm going to click on Go to Dashboard, which will send me back here again. Now the next thing I'm going to do is take one of my current ad trackers that I created a long time ago. I've got a whole bunch in here that I want to put into my tracking group. Okay, this is relevant for you if you have a lot of trackers in here before we put the group system into the multi-ad tracker. So what I'm going to do then is, as you click here in the drop-down list, oh, by the way, I should go over this as well. In the top here, these are your groups. This is the safe list group I created. It's got one tracker in it because I just created that tracker and put it in the group, right? Now the second drop-down list will show all of your tracking groups and all of the trackers that are in those groups, right? I just created the safe list group, and I just created this ad tracker, and it is in the group, so they'll all be listed down here. And at the bottom of your list you'll have all your trackers that are not in a group. Right here it says, for me, 46, not in a tracking group. So that means I should probably group these and organize them and get them all together. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of those going to take one of those ad trackers and put them into that ad tracker group that I just created. So we'll just pick one here. Let's pick this one. Click View Edit Tracker Info, which will take you to this page again, displaying your ad tracker information. Now I want to put it into a group, so I'm going to edit the tracker, which will take me to this form, which has the URL that you are sending people to once they click on your tracker link, the name that you gave it obviously, and now we can put it into a group and save it. So we're going to put it in Safe List Group, which is the one I created, Edit Ad Tracker, take me back here to the ad tracker page, and now you can see this is the tracker that I edited. It is now in this Safe List Group that I created. Okay, making sense so far? Back to the dashboard. So what we're going to do is check out this View Edit Tracking Group Info button here, what it does. So we're going to select our tracking group from the drop-down list. This is the new one that I just created. And click View Edit Tracking Group. Now on this page, it's going to list the group information at the top. It's going to say how many ad trackers, the name of it, and it's going to say how many raw hits, how many hits all of your trackers in this group have received. Okay, and now from this page you can delete the tracking group, you can edit the tracking group. Now editing the tracking group simply means giving it a new name. Okay, that's how simple the tracking groups are. Now I'm just going to go back here and delete this tracking group. And just so you know, when you delete a tracking group, it does not delete all the trackers inside of it. What it does is it takes all the trackers inside of it and moves them back to the no tracking group area. Okay, so they'll be listed in your drop-down list without being in a tracking group. So that's the tracking group information. We're going to go back to the dashboard, and that is about all you need to know to start using your NPN multi-ad tracker. Again, as I said before, it's really, really super important that you track all your advertising. Otherwise, you have no idea where your hits are coming from, where your sales are coming from, or what's worth advertising, okay, and how much. You'll save money knowing where not to advertise and where to advertise. Okay, so I hope that was simple. It is a very simple setup system. You just have to get in there and do it. I'd recommend the first thing you do is create a tracking group, and then when you create an ad tracker, you can put it into that group. Again, if you want to move groups, all you do is edit your tracker and save it to a new group. It's very simple. So there you have it. There is my ad tracker video. Okay, if you have any questions, let me know, and have fun. We'll talk to you guys later.